Hey, what's going on everyone? Dustin Retro here. I know it's been a while since I did a video, and I know I released a statement saying that I was going to make more videos, and I'm sorry. I got to update. So much has happened, so much positive stuff. Since my last statement, I apologize. I know I probably worried a lot of people. Things are going a little bit better now, so I'm in a better headspace. I want to talk about this. This is my other hobby. I love handheld. I'll explain that again. I'm starting another channel where I can actually post things that I like to post, and so this will be the catalyst for that. But today's video, we're talking about this 3D printer here because this here is there's a lot of stuff going on that we need to talk about. I love my K1 Max. I started with just the standard Ender 3 Pro, which got me into 3D printing. Then I got the K1, which was a bit of a headache, but I learned from the Ender 3 how to work on printers, and so I ended up selling that one to my coworker, which he's super happy with. And now I got the K1 Max, which I had to do more work on because it came with this pillar broken. I mean, whatever. I just ended up fixing it. And so these are under attack right now, and we have to talk about that. I'm going to try to do this as straightforward as possible. This next part may make some of you guys uncomfortable that are not Pro 2A. So that's where my content is going to be going, along with still electronics and tech reviews. But I've started before, so those of you guys that don't know the backstory, before I even started this YouTube channel, I used to be a firearm reviewer. On my new EDC, it's a SIG P320 in compact, and it's 45 ACP. So we're doing something a little different. Usually I do tabletops, but I figured why not come out here and show you guys what I do. So my heart is just Pro 2A, but I want to incorporate those of you guys that are comfortable and want to follow me to that channel. I'll be super happy. Thank you for your support all these years. Those of you guys that aren't comfortable with that, I totally get it. Feel free to go through this channel, and if you find anything that continues to help you, that's awesome, and I hope that my videos that I released prior to this can continue to help you. Don't worry, I'm still going to do handheld content in the future, but I'm going to incorporate more of my hobbies. Anyway, we need to talk about this. They're trying to regulate 3D printing, and here's the problem. Let's talk about HB 1240B so that you can understand the seriousness behind the bill that's going to ban these well, not ban, but regulate them. If you're a huge firearm person, HB 1240B living in the state of Washington was catastrophic. So I'm just going to, for this video, it's going to make some of you uncomfortable, but I have to explain it. These are legally owned firearms that I purchased with my hard-earned cash. This is my favorite driver here, my Walther PDP. Okay, we have no ammo in the chamber. This is a safe firearm. So this is what they're afraid of, right? But HB 1240B, I just want to show that off. I want an excuse to. When HB 1240B was going to go through office, the same fear, those of you that are 3D printers like myself, but just pro 3D printing and that's it, the fear you're feeling, we felt this before that. This is nothing but a rerun, folks. I'm sorry. Also, shout out to Loyal Moses, who did a great video in explaining this. The thing is, when HB 1240B went through, we were just like, oh my gosh, this sucks, but it is what it is. We can probably still order parts that are compliant to Washington to be able to repair our existing firearms. No, that's not what happened. One of my favorite sites, Palmetto State Armory, those you guys already know, instead of designing parts or agreeing to ship replacement or fix parts to fix your firearms, like the wearable things, like even springs, they just were like, no. They looked at Washington, they're like, no, sorry, dude, you guys are SOL. And there was a lot of outrage there because in the grand scheme of things, looking at it logistically, it's much cheaper for a company to just not sell to a state that has restrictions than to try to conform to them. And the thing about Creality printers, I'm sorry, I'm not a huge Bamboo Labs fan. I prefer Creality just for open source. They have terrible customer service, but their open source is awesome. Anyway, what made these printers great is they're easy to fix if you were to just spend a couple of hours researching, right, on Google. There was a lot of support for them, especially community support on how to repair them. This printer, just a backstory again, came damaged with the frame peg. It's just the way it came. I didn't want to send it back. I didn't want to deal with that, so I fixed it. There was a little bit of a translation issue between support and me, but anyway, they ended up finding the right part. I had to literally circle it, and they sent it to me. And so yeah, there's that. And, oh, and they gave me $10 off my filament, whatever, just $10. But yeah, what I'm getting at is they're just trying to sell printers to make them more accessible to people. They're not trying to conform to all these crazy regulations. So what's going to end up probably happening is don't be surprised if manufacturers like Creality are just like, nah, bro, sorry, it's too expensive. We won't ship to Washington. Even to this day, a lot of parts that need repairs. Like for instance, I had to replace the recoil spring in my PDP. I love that platform, but it's a wearable item. It just is. And so I had to replace the recoil spring, and it was very difficult. I'm not going to put out the other site that I used. Again, I just don't want my video taken down, but to get the replacement part for that was going to be a problem. They didn't want to ship it, so I had to settle for going through customer service, which was cool. They gave me another OEM spring, it's whatever, but I wanted a specific spring for this. So that's what we're going to be facing. You want nozzles? Sorry, not until the company's attorneys speak with the state of Washington. They tell them exactly what they can ship. You want even filament? Maybe now this is extreme. You want filament? I mean, Amazon might do it, but you want a special kind of, polycarbonate filament? Probably not. Especially now if they think you're gonna design firearms, it is what it is. Now I want to say this, I'm not an attorney, so you guys take this advice as you will. It's federally legal to print firearms, but the thing is, at a state level, you still have to comply with your state. And so in Washington, that's been illegal for a very long time. I don't recommend doing that. Especially, it opens you up for a legal headache. Yes, it's federally legal, but at a state level, it's not legal because it'd be considered a ghost gun. You guys have to understand the restrictions. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just giving you guys some friendly advice. So whatever you use your 3D printers for, hopefully it's, not going to make the rest of us law-abiding citizens look bad. I use mine to print, retro case designs and whatnot. Some of you guys saw the little HT PC I built, home theater PC. Little projects like that are not a big deal, but if it's going to be anything like, of a certain thing, then it's just best not to even bother with it. Yes, it's cool to have the technology too, but in the grand scheme of things, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you can just go to your local gun store and pick up whatever platform you want, legally, obviously, and go that route. That's the preferred route. But yeah, I just want to talk about the 3D printers because this is going to be a problem.